Hello guys, this is going to be the first video of the new year, and tonight's subject is not going to be the most exciting thing to cover, but what better way to kick off the new year than with a reimagining, a reboot, however you will call it, of my old Whatever Happened to format. Yes, it's taken me several years to finally come up with an original title for my video series, but here it is. YouTubers Before Time. A series where I cover classic and forgotten YouTubers and just kind of reminisce about the good old days. So let's get on with the show. NC17 Productions, aka Kenny, aka Chris, was one of the many reviewers to come out of the reviewer boom that occurred around 2006. Though he wouldn't get his start until 2007, where he would do video game reviews similar to the Angry Video Game Nerd. Tons of scatological provocative humor, feigned rage, and tons of yelling.
So there's the douchebag you play, I guess his name is Hammer and Harry, and I guess he just left his house, and then some construction workers just come around and party around, dance around your house, and look at it, it blows up. How much fucking sense does that make? That makes no sense whatsoever. How the hell would dancing in front of a goddamn house ruin the fucking building? After some more fighting, you'll beat the next opponent, and then... what the fuck? Instant replay? There's an instant replay in this game? Of what? They're fucking balls! Now what's he doing? Bending me over his knee and smacking my ass? Is this game really being serious? This game doesn't even take itself seriously. It doesn't even care that it's a pile of dookie.
I think the main problem with his videos was that at best he didn't really say or do anything all that unique, insightful, or memorable. And at worst, he was just plain awful. I mean, you're not even gonna try to re-record this video since the picture is all scrambled and pixelated. I mean, I get just firing up your recording program and not really adjusting the settings properly and things looking a little fuzzy, but this is like straight up pixels the size of house cats, man. Things he would say about one game could be easily applied to another. He would constantly slur his speech, making most of his points kind of hard to understand. His profanity and overall cadence just feel forced and unnatural, and this is coming from me, Mr. Monotone, over here.
I'm not exactly familiar with this guy's world, so bear with me. Okay, so you press start and wow, you're just thrown right into the game without any introduction or anything at all.
Observe.
Okay, so you press start and wow, you're just thrown right into the game without any introduction or anything at all. So basically your goal is to avoid these sacks of shit and make your way up this whatever it is. So basically your goal is to avoid these sacks of shit and make your way up this whatever it is.
And he really wasn't all that knowledgeable about the types of games he was critiquing. He would mispronounce words or misuse phrases and figures of speech constantly. At first, he would review games from the first couple of console generations, but would occasionally review 6th and 7th generation consoles in order to feel more up to date, since those were new games at the time.
And though he would gain a small fan base, he mostly gained the ire of many YouTubers at the time who would make commentary videos out of his different reviews.
His most well-known detractor being Eric Gady, better known as Ace Salieri, a YouTuber who spent his start in 2006 reviewing and criticizing D-list online reviewers, and is reviewing a reviewer series. Eventually, Asa would make a video on NC17's lack of original talking points, his odd speech and edgy intro, as well as NC removing negative comments from his videos.
Welcome again, dear viewer. Let's not waste any time and let's move on to today's carbon copy cutout of shitty reviewing NC17. Unlike what his name suggests, there's nothing terribly hardcore happening with this guy. But no one under 17 should be subjected to watching his terribly crappy videos.
Where I basically insulted them at every chance I got, badmouthed them. Worst scenario
would you probably laugh at more? Scenario A? Oh, this game is awesome. Or scenario B? This game is shit fuck. Now, I don't know about you, but I find B more entertaining.
Man, fuck this game, man. Jesus Christ, I'd rather fucking 69 a grizzly bear while shoving King Kong up my...
Despite the detractors, NC17 pressed on and continued to make reviews and vlogs about his life and gaming, as well as getting into Let's Plays around 2013, but would eventually end up leaving YouTube around 2016 after posting a fairly brief goodbye video. He basically mentioned how he just didn't really have much drive to continue, and that in all reality he didn't really have much of a fan base, so there was really no point in trying. It seems that he finally had a bit of, self-awareness after all these years. After all these years of desperately trying to scrounge to the top. And he's completely gone dark on all of his social media. I tried to see if I can access his Twitter, but I can't. He only allows certain people to comment and all that, but he hasn't been on his Twitter in years, so that's not going to happen. But anyways, that was the end of NC17 Productions. Those videos weren't the best, nor even halfway decent. Maybe this is just the nostalgia talking, but there was some earnestness to his videos. Though he lacked any skill or talent, he still had the courage to get in front of his camera and record his reviews each day. He quit around 2016, a time when React, call-out, and commentary channels were popping up like weeds. This was the start of the YouTube grifter, all to make a quick buck off of other content creators and other people, sort of like parasites latching on to whatever creature is nearby and just draining the life out of them. And throughout all the ridicule, NC17 just continued to make videos up until the bitter end. And I don't know, I kind of have to commend that. Or hey, maybe he just wanted to be famous. Anyways, thank you for watching. I know this video wasn't the best. It was kind of not really much to go off of, but I don't know, I got requested to do this and I thought it'd be fun to kind of jump back into the old swing of things. So I will see you guys next time.